Our next speaker needs no introduction among our students, as she can be heard on radios all over campus on any given day. She is Hot 99.5 radio personality, Elizabethany. Okay, you may clap. Before she earned national acclaim in her broadcasting career, she was just like you, our students. She was a college student with big dreams. She built a strong foundation, just like you are doing. She graduated from West Virginia University with a degree in broadcast journalism and English. Please join me in welcoming Elizabethany.
What up, everybody? I may talk for a living, but I feel like I'm gonna wet myself a little bit up here, so I'm sorry. I've already been awkward at least 3 times, and it might continue. Anyway, I was kind of going through trying to figure out which direction I wanted to go, and I realized that I have these 2 quotes that I keep in my wallet at all times, and one is from a guy named Usher that you may have heard of, and he said, "Strivers achieve what dreamers believe." And that's like what I've had that in my wallet, no joke, since I was in high school, all through college, and it was just something that I made sure I reminded myself, because if you're gonna be sitting back and waiting for something to come to you, it's not gonna happen. If you have a dream, you gotta go for it, you gotta strive for it and make it happen. Also, this new one that I put in there a couple months ago, doubt kills more dreams than failure ever will. Because there's so many people every day that are like having these good ideas, right? We all do, we have great ideas, but it's the people that are like doing it right away, not procrastinating at all, that are the ones we're talking about on the radio, that you're seeing on the internet, and are making the news. So in my travels through school and afterwards, those are the kind of things that I have followed and the things I want to like give some examples of. So I come up with really dumb ideas every day. And one of them that I had was when The Real World on MTV was filming here in DC. Somebody was driving me by the house, and they're like, "That's The Real World house." And I decided to make them stop the car. I ran out of the car and started making a video about how I was gonna make it into the infamous hot tub. Yeah. I put that video on the internet, and I'm like, no one's gonna see this. It was just a quick thought. 2 days later, thousands of people had watched it. The local news was contacting me. One, Channel 9 was like, "Let me give you a job." What? I was unemployed at the time, by the way. And then other people were talking about how they wanted to help me spread my video. So I tell you this because this was literally like 2 weeks after I graduated. No job, nothing to do with my life. I was just like, some kind of weird idea, jumped on it, and I got a job from there. And then that's what started my career. The dumb ideas, they might be dumb, they might take you somewhere. Somehow I went from a professional stalker to interviewing artists on a regular basis. Another one, when I was actually in school, I knew I wanted to make myself stand out a little bit, so I started a blog. Started as like writing about celebrities, you know, I think I'm like a little mini Perez Hilton and people are gonna care about me. They didn't. They didn't care about my stupid little blog. So one day I was bored on the internet and Twitter had just come out, and I'm like, let's just play truth or dare with the internet. That's dumb, but everyone started telling me different truths and different dares, and again from there, MTV called me and wanted me to be a part of a national competition called the MTV TJ competition that no one remembers probably, but it was a really big deal at the time. My point is that you should always go for the things that even people are gonna tell you no, because they're gonna be the ones that are telling you not to do it because they know it's good and they don't want you to get the recognition for it. We all compete against each other, even our best friends. It's natural, we're human beings. It's things that we have to accept and then just make ourselves better and love our friends anyway. I think making decisions in general is probably how you got here. You had to decide to go to school at Montgomery College, right? You're here because you are not procrastinating all the time, I assume, because you're actually getting work done and getting a really good GPA. So congratulations for that. Yeah, that's you. Clap for yourselves. I try to live by the whole say yes to everything. You never know what opportunity you could be missing out on. Someone asks you to go out at night, and you're like, no, I'm tired. I want to wake up and like watch TV or something. Go out. Maybe you're meeting the person that could be hiring you next, or a person who knows someone who's going to be hiring you next. You never know who you're meeting at all. So I always say take every opportunity, no matter what. And then finally, some things that I have also learned in talking to some people that you may have heard of, like B.O.B. and Trey Songz. Those are my two favorite interviews ever of all time. Because you realize that some of these people that you look up to and these people that you idolize are so normal that it's almost like it kind of takes you back. But both Trey Songz and B.O.B., I told them how scared I was because I had always like had a crush on them or whatever. And Trey Songz goes and puts his arm around me and I'm like, whoa, don't touch me, you're gonna make me freak out. But like, then he starts telling me all these times that he had freaked out about other people and all the times that he had been beaten up in school because people didn't think he was gonna make anything of himself. Same thing with Chris Brown. Chris Brown was in high school and everyone told him that he would never be anything. And now he's on every single song on the radio, I think. It's ridiculous. And then Halsey we had in this past week, if you know who Halsey is, she talked about how sometimes, one of my favorite things I've ever had an artist say, she said, in the past couple months, people have stopped treating her like a human, but she has seen everyone as individual humans more than ever. And I think that's something that we all need to do with everyone, with our peers, with our teachers, with our family. Everyone is an individual. Everyone needs different attention, and everyone's going for different things. Support people with what they want to do. Help them out. They can help you out later. That's how these professional but also friendship relationships work. But don't ever forget that even if somebody is putting on a front, there's something going on behind that they're not really telling you. So see the human. And I just want to give you, again, props. Oh, and this one more thing. I'm like getting so random. ADD is kicking in really bad, really bad. A lesson I have also learned in the past couple years with procrastination. I procrastinate a lot. Again, you're apparently better than me at that. But I realized, we keep saying like there's always tomorrow. I can do this tomorrow. Are there Washington sports fans in here? For any team? Any team? No? Hail to the Redskins, come on. We keep saying there's always next year, there's always next season. We're gonna be saying this for infinity until we finally say like, no, it's gonna happen now, we're gonna make it happen. So do that with your life too. Remember, you don't wanna be like a Washington sports team. You wanna keep on going, you wanna make things happen. So keep on making things happen just like you have to get you here today. Congratulations, and thank you for having me.